You are dropping 3 tips right now.
No tips.
No tips?
No tips is the best tip.
Fred doesn't want to give you guys the tip. You know it's going to my vlog. Alright, so let's get in all seriousness. Fred, give me 3 tips right now. Off the back of your head in regards to Facebook ads and Shopify. Or you know what, 2 tips, because 3 is a lot. 3 is really pushing it. Can you give 2?
Follow Ecom Dudes and follow Dan DeSilva.
Bam! That's it. What is up, everybody? Dan DeSilva here. Now, really quickly, I've been in Maui the entire week learning. I've actually been at a mastermind, a really highly exclusive one. And the people that are here, it is an invite only, but the people that are here have multiple $1-million businesses. Or one business that does millions and millions of dollars. You know, I'm actually here with people like Fred Lamb and Sarah from Wholesale Ted. We're all kind of here. There's a lot of people here as well in the space. But really quickly, I just want to let you know in this particular video, what you're going to be learning is number 1, what we're doing with our Facebook ads, and more than anything, I'm going to flip the screen over here. What we're currently doing this month, okay, that we scaled. You're going to learn one of our scaling strategies. Again, we went from around a solid $2,000 a day or so, and then we scaled the heck out of our campaigns, okay? So yeah, they're doing pretty well. Today's May 19th, okay? Or back home it's already May 20th. So essentially, you're going to be learning how we're scaling, what we're doing, and hold on, let me flip back to my face. What is up, everybody? Dan DeSilva here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Facebook content system. Now, this is a pretty awesome system because we're currently using this. As a matter of fact, if you're watching this on Facebook, then you are going to be put into one of these funnels. So essentially, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link it to Facebook so you kind of see the retargeting happening by yourself. But essentially, a lot of people right now are either wondering one of 2 things. Dan, why the heck are you qualified to teach me anything? Or Dan, just teach it to me. So really quickly, before we even get started, for those of you that don't know me, for those of you that do, you kind of already know what I'm all about over here. I do a lot of e-commerce. I've created multiple 6-figure e-commerce brands. And in total, just drop shipping alone, we've made multiple millions of dollars just going out there following the drop shipping model. As a matter of fact, one of our stores right now, we scaled with this method. And this month alone, we're gonna cross around, right now we're at 90,000 with one store. And this week we scaled it to incredible numbers. We were doing around $1,600 a day consistently, and then now it's shot up. Our average day is looking at around $4,000 to $5,000. And how we're doing that is like this. So essentially, just from our e-com brands, we're going out there and scaling using the particular content strategy system. Now, for my information side of my business, my digital side of my business, we've been using this for the past 9 months or so, and I do own Ecom Dude, so again, I'll post that around so you guys can check that out as well. But essentially, this is what we're doing. We're focusing on a lot of content, getting a lot of content, but we're syndicating it through Facebook. Now, when I talk about content, I'm really talking about videos here now, because we can do something inside of Facebook that allows us to go out there and retarget people that watch a certain percentage of the videos. Now, this is where the key, kind of like the concept here, where it works really, really well. So your end goal, whatever it is, whether it's, well, I'm assuming it's a lead. We're all here for either leads, which turns into a sale, obviously. So our end goal might just be a sale. So this is the end. So I figured, okay, how can I go ahead and kind of work backwards from this process? So what does it take to get this sale? And if you're advertising on Facebook, I don't care if you're focusing on e-commerce, drop shipping, or white labeling, whatever it is, or you're going out there and you have a business that runs off of leads. Now, I don't run an agency, so when people say, Dan, why aren't you spending $2-3 million a month on Facebook? It's because I don't run an agency, I don't need to. So when I'm going out there, in last month alone, January, March, April, we went out there and spent around $15,000, and we were able to generate revenue-wise around $135,000 back. So our ROI was phenomenal. How do we do this? We follow the content system. I'll even show you that on the screen right now, okay? So essentially, this is what I spent over here, and this is kind of the results as well that we got in that particular month. So essentially, how we kind of work this backwards is pretty simple. We wanted a sale. Now, I will kind of clarify this, that obviously I'm showing you my digital side right now. The reason why the ROI is so high is because we're focusing on products that are $9.97, okay, and above. Now, there's a reason why we focus on $9.97 and above, is because the content strategy involves a little bit more, not, I would say, patience, but more so proper planning to make this kind of all work for you. So starting from the back, which is your sale, if you have anything where it's higher price, if you have something $10,000, it's gonna work phenomenally well for you because of how deep you can go. But essentially, ours is a sale over here. Now, your sale, what does it take to get to your sale? Now, this is very important. A lot of people, you can start with like if you've ever seen Jeff Walker's stuff, product launch formula, where there's 3 or even 4 videos going to a particular webinar that you sell. Maybe there's just 3 flat out videos in an email series. Maybe there's 3 blog posts, 2 blog posts, whatever it is. So you need to kind of figure out what are the steps that it takes for your user to go out there and purchase this product. Because different markets are very dependent. For example, the health niche, you're not gonna see people selling $9.97 things just with a single video and that's it. Well, you might, but it's very rare that they're doing incredible numbers. If they're doing something at $9.97, they're either doing it internally or they're going out there and they have super elaborate, maybe 6 or 7 videos that lead to $9.97. But again, it really depends on your marketplace. Now, for me, how I personally run it, the campaign that I wanna talk to you about is particularly this, okay? So what we do is we do 7 emails, okay, 7 emails. Now, we don't do every other day. We just go back to back to back to back to back. So we have welcome. Now, our emails focus a lot on social proof, our student results, etc. So social proof, or me using the product, depending on what I'm actually promoting here. Like I said, if it's a bundle offer in e-commerce, then it'll be a $97 bundle for like 15, I don't know, something, fidget spinners, for example, right? So you get 15 fidget spinners for $97, and then we'll go ahead and just show different ones in the emails, whatever it is. But we have 7 emails that we construct that point back to the product here, or a webinar that leads them to the product. So again, keep that in mind. So essentially what we also focus on, okay, is a video. I'm just gonna put like this little play icon. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger over here, okay? So focus on this little video. So we have a video, and this video specifically has one goal, is to get this person right here to click, okay, I don't know what I just drew over here, but to click and register. Okay, so register for a workshop that leads them back to, the money. That's what I call it, leads them back to the money. So essentially, this is what happens here. Now, these emails, what happens is the first email that we actually line up, now this gets pretty elaborate. And the first email number 1, all right, so I'm gonna put number 1, actually I'm gonna put a little email, I'm gonna put 1 on the side, pushes them here. Now, obviously, we go deeper into this, but I'm just gonna talk about kind of right over here since we're working backwards. What happens, and again, I hope you're following along. If you're not, then just kind of pause this and start, piecing it together little by little. So over here, we then segment them into another email series, and then we exclude. This right here, this part, this is advanced, okay? So I'm just gonna put an A, because this is advanced, where you exclude the people that registered here, so you put them into another funnel. That's definitely a little bit more advanced. So essentially, if you wanna keep it short and simple, you have your video, your 7 emails, okay, let's put 7 emails, you can shoot right back to your register page. And just keeping it, pretty much really easy for you. Now, what happens, just made a sale, let me kind of mute that. But over here, right, so we gotta work backwards, okay? So we're working backwards. How do we get people to actually go ahead and see this particular video or get these particular emails, which is to opt in? Now, this is the best part, okay? Which is why I'm really gonna focus on this, because again, this is what I would call more so of a back-end to cold traffic. So I'm just gonna put BE back-end cold, all right? So this is, obviously your back-end happens after they buy $9.97, but I'm talking about the back-end in relation to the opt-in over here. So how are we getting our opt-ins? Now, we're doing something a little bit different. This video is gonna be a prime example of what we're doing. Now, I'm outlining this for you, right? But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna retarget you with actually showing you how we built out this campaign. I'm gonna show you my ads, our videos, what we did in our retargeting strategy. That's gonna be our hook. So this is the content. Keep this in mind. What you're watching right now is the content. So I'm gonna put content in a little bubble, okay? Because the content here is essentially going to be the way where you get people back, I'm gonna put this little retargeting icon, is how you get people back to an image, okay? So as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna put image in a box over here, put a smiley face, an image, and which leads back to your opt-in. All right, so let me just kind of draw this. whether or not it's just, your headline and some bullet points, and you have your opt-in over here and your little button and your disclaimers, because we never want to forget our disclaimers. So then you have your opt-in. So it's very important what happens on the content piece. This is where the magic kind of happens, all right? So your content. Now, I'm going to give you an outline. Look for my eraser over here. I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline, okay? Now, this outline, and let me just erase this as well, because we really don't need this. This is more advanced, like I said. If you want to continue with the training and even learn more, I'll talk about how we're segmenting when people register for our workshops. So again, you'll be retargeted with that, so don't worry, all right, because you're watching this video up to this point. So essentially, I'm going to cover both aspects because I've tested both aspects. As a matter of fact, I just made a single sale using this. Kind of funny. It is for $78.93 on Shopify. All right. So over here, we're going to focus on one of two things. Number one is the e-com side, e-commerce. Number two is digital. Now, let me try digital. These are really small. I don't really like these. But anyway, we have e-com and digital. So e-commerce, this is the key here. Cold traffic e-commerce, 1.5 to 3 minutes. That's gonna be your video length. Now again, the content is gonna be videos, just like this one. Digital is different. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you the mindset behind these, okay? Anywhere from 6 to 20 minutes. Now they're probably thinking, wow, Dan, 20 minutes? That's a long time. Well, this video is going to be in the range of over 10 minutes, and there's a reason why I'm doing this. When it comes to e-commerce, right, you have more so of a massive market that you can appeal to. So fidget spinners, you can appeal to everybody on earth because, everybody wants a fidget spinner right now. So to retain the mass audience, to retain their attention, they're not going to sit through a 20-minute slideshow video or a 20-minute video of you using a fidget spinner. You can have maybe 10 different, fidget spinners and go out there and advertise it. And there's a certain style of video. And like I said, if you want to go ahead and learn the type of style of videos, then you'll get retargeted with something where you can opt in, or there might be somewhere on this ad. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can click on the video. Wherever it is, you're going to be able to opt in and kind of see these campaigns built out elaborately. So essentially the videos, how they work, and I'm going to give you a basic overview for e-commerce. This is specifically for e-commerce more than anything. The videos are going to look like this, okay? The video, so we're going to have kind of borders, okay? Your video is going to be right here, and then you're going to have text, 1, 2, 3 with like a, let's just kind of maybe put orange for, and I love using this, the fire emoji, right? And then at the bottom, you can do the same thing. A lot of people have seen these fire emojis, and then text in the middle here. Right? So your video's in the middle. There's white bars, emojis, etc. This is mass market attention grabbing 101. And in your video, you can have, little like lower thirds or not really lower thirds, but kind of animations on your videos. And that's what's working in e-commerce right now. I'm telling you, if you're in e-commerce, if you're selling anything in regard to drop shipping, if you're an FBA seller, whatever it is, and you want to advertise through Facebook using this strategy, make your videos look like this, okay? Obviously, once you go ahead and learn how to do this more elaborately, for those of you that continue on with this training, we're gonna show you how to go ahead and piece together these videos, and I'm gonna show you an example of one of my students, Ramen. He was getting like 2,000 visitors for every one sale, and then I told him, hey, make this type of video. It went to 300 to one sale, and then we told him to optimize this page, and it went to 50 visitors for every one sale on like a $90 product. So again, he was following the pre-sale strategy. He's firsthand of somebody I know that I walked through doing this and it worked so well. I just wasn't the only one getting great results. So that's pretty much what we want to focus on. Now, 1 to 3 minutes, 1.5 to 3 minutes. The reason why we're focusing on this is because over here for the retargeting, we're going to build out two audiences, 50% and 95% video viewers. So if you go out there, okay, and your video is 2 minutes long, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be able to build up an audience, and this is what I suggest, 7 and at least 10. So what does 7 and 10 mean? In the last 7 days, 95% of people viewed this video. You're going to put them into this audience, and you're gonna use this audience to send them and show them this ad which they're going to go ahead and continue either to your add to cart page or your opt-in page. And this is how it's working over here. So if they watch 95% of this video, right, a mass market, let's say you're aiming for 2.5, 3 million people watching your particular engagement or your particular video, the more engagement you get, the better it is. So if you hit 95% in the last 7 days, these people know what you have. These people have seen it. They know in the last week that it's in the back of their mind. Subconsciously, they know that they've seen this type of spinner, or this type of product, or you talking about X, Y, and Z. For example, I guarantee you in the next 7 days, if I were to go ahead and you're watching this on a Monday, and perhaps even Wednesday or Thursday, you see my retargeting ad to you saying, hey, go ahead and opt in right now to see me build out one of these campaigns live in front of your face, and I'm gonna show you how to build out everything from scratch. And obviously, depending on the angle, it's gonna click in your mind. So that's why I'm calling it the FB Ads content strategy. I'm gonna retarget you with something in regards to Facebook ads content strategy. Even this video, depending how long you're watching it for, because you're so engaged already, you might go ahead and opt in, right? You might go and continue on learning all this stuff. So this is kind of where, in relation to what you're doing, what you're going to do, where it's gonna work. When people are watching this video, you have the best of both worlds. You might be able to get and build up this massive retargeting database, but you're also gonna be able to go ahead and get some sales, okay? So you might recoup your investment on the engagements. So this is where, it's kind of like a catch-22. Yeah, we might take a hit right here on the content strategy. It's because the retargeting is so much cheaper. To get you guys right now watching this to see my particular ad and follow through and click on it, it's gonna cost me maybe $7 to $10 on cold traffic just for you to be my lead. However, it might cost me 3 to 5 cents to get you to watch 50% of this video where I can retarget you back over here. And we all know retargeting is the cheapest form of paid traffic that brings you the highest form of ROI that you possibly can get. So if we're going out there and paying, let's just say I'm paying 10 cents per engagement, per person to watch. Now again, that's pretty dang high. Typically 3 cents is really pushing it. A penny, 2 pennies is about right. So you're going out there and let's just say I'm paying 10 cents. So for every 10 cents I'm paying, I hope that a lot of people that are going out there, obviously the metrics can go up and down. Essentially what I'm hoping for is that majority of people stay and watch 50% and even a vast majority stay and watch 95% if this was a perfect world, but it's not. But essentially it'll still be cheaper for me to go ahead and give you this content, let you know what it's all about, put it into your mind, subconsciously kind of hack it in there, and then go ahead and retarget you back to an image where it'll be way cheaper for me to get the lead. So instead of paying anywhere from $7 to $10 a lead, we're paying around $3 for every lead, and it's bringing us back anywhere from $6 to $10 within the first 24 to 48 hours, depending on the funnel. Now, obviously, once we have our email series set up, we can crank out a lot more money. That's how I said before. We spent $15,000, made around $130,000, $135,000. And that ROI is absolutely phenomenal. So again, it happens because we have a longer series after the first 24 hours. Now digital, right? We just talked about how this works inside of e-commerce. Digital is a video like this, okay? Now you don't really have to have borders. As a matter of fact, since my videographer is right here and editor as well, we will have borders on this video, okay? We're just gonna have one border. It's gonna have like a flame at the top. So it's gonna kind of look like this because, we practice what we preach. So essentially, you don't have to when it comes to a digital aspect, but it catches attention. Right now, it is catching attention. The whole point of this right here is a headline. That's all it is. Now, for digital, I'm not gonna have the bottom one, but I'm gonna have maybe a top one, or actually vice versa. I might have a bottom one because there might be some stuff down here I wanna cut off. But essentially, I want it on the top, so it's gonna be on the top. Again, kind of think of the same thing, or you can just have it like a plain video. It really depends what you want. Now, the borders, I'm gonna split test this. So whatever ad you're seeing, there might be a border, there might not be a border, but I'm gonna split test this to get 100% definite answers and then report back to you and report back to everybody else who decides to go ahead and kind of continue with this training for free when you opt in. So essentially digital 6 to 20 minutes. Why? Because again, the digital leads, digital marketers, you guys are pretty expensive to obtain. You know why? Because you guys can smell BS from a mile away. So it's not like everybody is opting in and you're getting 50-cent leads. No, you're going out there and typically you might be spending, as me as a marketer personally with my retargeting, anywhere from $2.50 upwards of $4.75 per lead. But on average, we're around $3, $3.50. Why? Because we provide enough content first. Now this also means, and there's a lot to this, I can keep on going about this. This also raises the customer quality, which means if somebody stays for 95% of a 20-minute video and then you hit them with a retargeting image or retargeting ad, they opt in, they're gonna purchase, they're less inclined to refund or dispute the payments given the fact that they've already invested so much time with you and you already told them what the content is, what you can give. Plus it's goodwill. I have 100% belief in goodwill. Kind of like giving amazing stuff out to the marketplace and amazing stuff will come back to you. So essentially this right here is what you want to follow. These two things, if there's anything that you take away from this video right here, is e-commerce, produce a video, launch it as content, target an audience, take that audience, okay? And again, I keep stressing this out because this is a whiteboard. I'm not in my computer. For those of you that actually do join me and opt in, I do everything over the shoulder and go over this. This is just a video that is literally for ads and explanation purposes. So for those of you who want to continue learning how to do this and watch me create these campaigns and have the engagement set up and everything else, be my guest, follow through. There might be something, or there will be a link on this particular engagement post, but you'll also be retargeted over here. And if you made it to this far, you're gonna see a pretty in-your-face retargeting ad. Those of you who made it 50%, I might make another 3 to 5 minute video and then take that 3 to 5 minute and do a 95%. But that's kind of a little bit more of an elaborate engagement funnel where you take an engagement of an engagement and then retarget. So again, there's a lot of stuff that you can do here. And essentially, this is what's working right now, okay? This is the powerhouse. This is the mecca right now. Now again, I've tested this and like I said, I ran something back in April and we spent around $15,000 and that's a decent amount of money. And we tested it, but we saw amazing results, okay? We saw absolutely incredible results and then we shifted it to e-com and e-com is really where we started off with this and moved to digital. But e-com is really where I saw this take off. I saw a lot of these pages that were going out there and generating 20, 30, 150 million views. And I was like, what the heck, you know? And they all had this thing in common. It was these borders. And it was grabbing attention. The emojis were there and the videos were short and sweet. And then next thing you know, you just see their videos constantly on your newsfeed. And that's where I had the idea, kind of hatched it and went through with it. And that's why if you see a lot of the times when I promote a video, I love to go ahead and build up audiences through video now, depending on the engagements as well. So again, if you want to learn how to do this, if you're running a digital marketing business, again, I am not an advertising agency. I don't need to be. I do this myself and I like teaching people how to do it. I'm not an advertising agency. But if you do want to learn more about this, if you're in e-commerce right now, drop shipping, you're selling stuff on Amazon, whatever it is, or if you're like me, where you actually have a digital marketing business as well, I have both, okay? And again, they are both 7 figures. Now, one's definitely more profitable than the other, but they're both 7 figures. But what I'm gonna tell you right now is that they're working both, okay? In both markets right now. It's cheap to get the sales if you're using this. Cheap to get the leads if you're using with the content as well. Very, very important, all right? So I'm gonna kind of go ahead and leave it off right here. And those of you that wanna continue, go ahead. There's gonna be a link around here somewhere. And yeah, expect to get retargeted by my ads if you've made it this far. So again, my name is Dan Da Silva and I look forward to catching you really, really soon.